Inflation has been soaring, and your money cannot buy what it used to. But take heart, Americans, the IRS has taken notice. In response to high inflation, the IRS has recently adjusted all of the income tax brackets for U.S. taxpayers to help lower their tax burdens. Will these adjustments be enough? Will the IRS actually save the day? Well, today I'm going to explain what the IRS has changed and share exactly what this all means for you. Now let's get started. So before we get into the new IRS adjusted tax brackets for 2024, there's a couple of things you need to know about how inflation works. Once you grasp this, you will better understand how it's impacting your personal finances and why the IRS made these changes. Let's start off by defining inflation. Inflation is a gradual increase in the cost of goods and services. As prices go up, the purchasing power of your money decreases. In other words, you cannot afford what you used to. Now, we all know how inflation has risen across the whole United States. But Floridians, listen up. Inflation is causing food prices to spike faster in Florida than in any other U.S. state. In fact, Florida prices have gone up over 17.5% the last 4 years, and household products have risen about 24% also. Between the two of them, that averages about 20% increase in the cost of goods. That is crazy. So what does this mean? Well, just imagine you're going to the grocery store, Walmart, Whole Foods with $100. Imagine these are each $20 bills, right? So you're back to walk into the store, inflation comes along and takes $20 away from you. And that is $20 you will never see again. Now, what you're left with is with just $80 to get what you need. At this point, you might be thinking, oh, well, there goes my Ben & Jerry's. But imagine this times 10. Imagine this is $1,000 and you just lost $200. That's a serious difference. What is it that you're not gonna be able to get or pay for this month because you just lost $200? So how does fighting inflation factor into the IRS 2024 tax bracket adjustments? Well, the way tax brackets work, they're designed so different income levels or income brackets pay different amounts of federal taxes. Generally, the more money you make, the more you're taxed. Pretty simple and straightforward, right? By adjusting the income levels of the tax brackets, the IRS helps ensure you're not pushed into a higher tax bracket just because you received a raise at work, just to keep up with inflation. Now let's take a look at the 2024 adjustments for the most common tax brackets and see which one you fall into. So if you're single in 2024 and you make $11,600 or less, you belong to the 10% tax bracket, whereas married couples can make up to $29,200 to belong to that tax bracket. In 2023, the single filers could earn $11,000 or less, and married couples $27,700. So the IRS has increased the tax brackets to accommodate inflation. Now let's talk about the other tax brackets, such as the 12% tax brackets. If you are single, you could make up to $47,150, and married couples up to $94,300. It pays to tie the knot when it comes to taxes. Now, for the 22% tax brackets, if you're single, you could make $100,525. And for married couples, $201,050 or less to belong to the 22% tax bracket. Now, one last bracket I'd like to talk about is the 24% tax bracket. As a single filer, you could make $191,950, and married couples could make up to $383,900. But wait, there is more. The IRS has made more key changes for 2024 that is designed to help you. Besides adjusting the income tax brackets for 2024, the IRS has also increased the standard deduction for 2024 to help your dollar go further. For those that don't know what this is, the standard deduction is a fixed dollar tax deduction set by the IRS that reduces your taxable income, and it's claimed by most Americans each year. Now, I'll show you how it works and how it affects you and your income as single and how it affects married couples. So let's start with singles. Let's compare what you would have paid in taxes in 2023 compared to 2024, but remembering to adjust those changes that the IRS made to the standard deduction. So in the first filing status, it'll be a single person, and we will assume that the income of $95,379. In 2023, with the standard deduction of $13,850, you would have paid in taxes $13,243. Now in 2024, the standard deduction will be $14,600, so your taxes for 2024 will be $12,823. That is a $420 savings when compared to 2023. What if you're not single? You're married. How does that work? Normally, the tables favor married couples. So in 2023, if you were married making the $95,379, you would have paid $7,681 in taxes. Now, in 2024, you would pay $7,477 because the standard deduction increased to $29,200. And that gives you savings of $204 compared to 2023. Now, if you don't already know me, my name is Sonia Narvaez. I'm a licensed CPA and wealth building strategist with over 25 years experience. If you have any questions about how these recent tax changes by the IRS will impact you, don't hesitate to contact us. To get your free complimentary consultation with a member of my team, simply click the scheduling link in the description below and pick the time that works best for you. We would love to help and meet with you. Lastly, be sure to subscribe to get more content just like this. By doing this, you will help other people discover our content. The more you help us grow this channel, the more free content we can provide to you. Until next time, have a great day. I look forward to seeing you soon.